Hey everyone, so I wanted to invite you to the Joy of Business Facilitator Training, which this year is going to be in Houston, Texas. So it's going to be lots of fun, it always is. And you know what, that's my point of view. I wrote the book, Joy of Business. So one of the first classes I ever went to with Access Consciousness was with Gary Douglas in San Francisco. And it was a business class. And it was interesting because I was $187,000 in debt, as I'm sure many of you know from my book, Getting Out of Debt Joyfully. And my father was my accountant at the time. And I was so grateful to him because I said to him, look, I really want to go to San Francisco and do this business class. I've heard this guy talk and it seems so familiar to what I already know, like what I knew. You mean tagline of Access, empowering you to know that you know. So anyway, my father, which I was very, very grateful for, he said, you know what, I think you need to go to San Francisco and find out if this is actually what you desire to do, if this is what you want to create with your life. So I did. He said, it's probably going to cost you like, $10,000, etc. Accommodation, class, airfare, all that sort of thing. So I went and I remember sitting in the front row just going, oh my God. I was like, this guy's talking about everything is the way that I wanted to do business, that I was attempting to do business, but everybody else was looking at me going, you're crazy, rather than actually, empowering me to know that I know. So it was the first time that I met someone that I went, oh my God, this guy is doing business the way I know is possible, which is definitely different from this reality. It's beyond this reality. So are you willing to be in your business beyond this reality? Because you know what? Everybody else is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And it's like, it doesn't work. It's like, what if there was a joy in business? Now, we actually have Joy of Business translated into, I think it's 14 languages now. And can I tell you, those 3 words, Joy of Business, makes no sense in any language, including English. So I think 17 years later, here I am, been worldwide coordinator of Access, I think for about 15 years, been facilitating Joy Business classes around the world. And I started off doing them, on my own. And then people started asking me, can I do that? Can I do that? So then we did the Joy Business Facilitator training. So now Joy Business is in the hub, which the hub is expanding every single month, every year. It's getting bigger and bigger. And there's a whole lot of information we can give you about that if you choose to come along. But what we are doing at the moment is we're opening up Joy Business Facilitator training. It's 3 days to every single certified facilitator. So you have to be a CF to come. You don't have to have done any Joy Business classes. So you can actually come to the class. And then if you choose to be a JCF, is what we call them, then you have to complete the prerequisites. Now, I highly suggest that you do at least 1 Business Done Different class or 2. Do the prerequisites. What if you could add this to, your business? What if you could be doing bars classes, foundation classes, and Joy Business classes? And wait, there's more. This year, we've actually added Getting Out of Debt Joyfully, which is going to be a 3-day class. I'm doing my first one in Japan in September in Osaka. And there's a lot of other JCFs. You have to be a platinum JCF to be able to do the Getting Out of Debt Joyfully. You have to have done at least 1 of the year-long courses that I've done, and of course read the book. And that's in quite a few languages as well. So we're adding to what the JCFs can actually do and be across the world. So my target with Joy of Business has always been that every single business in the world, which is pretty much every person waking up that has blood running through their veins, knows that Joy of Business exists, knows that Access Consciousness exists, so that they can choose it if they desire. So it's basically using Access Consciousness tools in your everyday life, doing something that can bring you money. So that's my target. And we've got a Joy Business Dazzle, which is a really great dazzle. We've just changed it up recently. We've added some people who are going to be great at managing our projects and taking us more into that, bridge between, us and the corporate world and how we can work with that and expand it even more. So basically, Joy Business is becoming bigger and greater and better, and we would love you to come and join us. So hopefully we'll see you soon. And don't forget to check out accessjoyofbusiness.com and check out where we're heading and see if that's what you'd like to be a part of.